Hello guys, welcome to a new quick and dirty video. I'm Christopher and I want to show you why you shouldn't purchase the Bluboo S1 and why I won't do a full review on this one. On the paper, the Bluboo S1 does look promising. As most of those three bezel-less phones, it offers a Helio P25 processor, 4GB of LPDDR4X RAM, 64GB of internal memory, a dual camera and a fingerprint scanner on the front, a dual glass design, and this one also has a full HD screen. It's a 5.5-inch panel, and well, for $170 it looks promising. But not everything is as nice as it seems to be. Now, one of the very first flaws I want to cover is that this phone does not have a headphone jack. They went for a USB Type-C port only, on which you can attach standard 3.5mm headphones using an adapter. But if this one breaks, you need to buy a new one and you always need to carry the adapter around with you, so it's not the best thing to have. A lot of phone makers are doing this, but there really is no reason to skip the headphone jack on a budget phone that isn't really extremely slim as some flagships. Well, this is something you know before purchasing the Bluboo S1, so it's not really that big flaw, it's just a little flaw. But what are the big flaws about the Bluboo S1 that make me mad about this phone? Well, let's see. The very first thing I noticed is that the build quality is crap. It's pretty easy to bend this phone despite a metal frame, which by the way is painted with a glossy finish that makes it feel like plastic. But there doesn't seem to be a solid metal chassis inside, which gives some sturdiness to it, so you can bend this phone quite easily, as you can see. And that also causes one other issue. There are some components behind the screen pressing against the LCD panel, and if you put just some slight pressure on it, you already see without much force some pressure marks appearing on the screen, and this with time will lead to some bright spots appearing on the panel that you can't get rid of anymore. As you can see, those pressure marks appear across the whole screen, so this really is an issue. And during daily use, for example when carrying the phone in the pocket, you automatically apply pressure onto the screen, and then those components on the back will always press against the LCD panel, causing those white marks appear with time. But there is more hilarious stuff going on with this phone. Another thing they missed is implementing a light sensor. Yes, it's a basic feature that's missing here. Even a low budget phone priced at $50 offer a light sensor for automatic brightness control. The Bluboo S1 does not. You can't control the screen brightness automatically. You always need to control it manually, which is annoying as hell and really makes this phone unusable for me as a daily driver. The next flaw the Bluboo S1 has is that the glass panels on the front and rear aren't scratch resistant at all, and also the home button scratches very easily. I haven't used the Bluboo S1 as a daily driver yet. I just use it every once and there in the comfort of my home for like 2 days now, and I already have scratches on it where I don't really know where they come from. For example, this one on the home button. Look at this. It already has a fat scratch on it, which looks pretty ugly. And also the rear already has some scratches. You can see this here and here as well, just from sliding it across a wooden table. So the glass is really not scratch resistant at all, which is a shame when using a dual glass design. Then another flaw is battery. This phone is supposed to come with a 3400 milliamps battery, but actually that's not true. When using the phone for playing games, you can get it empty within just around 1.5 to 2 hours depending on screen brightness, And this is something which got me curious, so I emptied the battery completely to 0% and then attached my external ampere meter to check out how many milliamps flow into the battery. And the result was pretty shocking, because after a full charge it only displayed around 2400 milliamps. So the battery inside of there is much smaller than advertised, which results in shitty battery life. The quality of the camera is also far from being impressive. The dynamic range is shit, color reproduction often is shit, not always, but often. And the amount of detail, even on close-up pictures, is really bad. They always look a bit blurry and mushy and really not good at all, as you can see here. It isn't the worst camera I've ever seen on a phone, but it really isn't good for the asked price tag. And the last boomer is that the advertised LPDDR4X RAM actually is LPDDR3 RAM, which is rather slow. As you can see, it reached an average of 3.91 GB per second, and the best speed reached was 4.88 GB per second. If it was LPDDR4X RAM, this should be like 8 GB per second or even a bit more. Making a long story short, the Bluboo S1 promises a lot but doesn't keep a lot of those promises. At $170, this phone is just a bad joke, considering that we have a lot of alternatives available on the Chinese market right now. There is the Maze Alpha, which offers an impressive value for the money. There is the Elephone P8, which doesn't have the tree bezel-less design, but it has a great camera, great performance, better build quality, it is more sturdy. In general, it is just a much better phone. And there really is no reason why anyone should purchase the Bluboo S1, and I really feel so sorry for anyone who did actually pre-order this phone. So yeah, that's about it. I won't be doing a review on the Bluboo S1, it just doesn't make sense, would be a waste of time. Don't buy this phone, it's crap. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.